So when it comes to the curious case of Jaylen Brown, it should come by no surprise. He is definitely in that top 5 category this season. But on a live stream with DDG, Jaylen Brown went a little bit postal and revealed a lot of his true sentiments about being overlooked. He clearly was snubbed about the Eastern Conference Player of the Month, which at the end of the day, no one really cares about, but this is really a pileup of him coming off those finals where he won MVP. He was just completely overlooked for the Team Olympic trials in Paris. And when it comes to this season, he is really undeniable. He's had a couple of shootout games against James Harden, Jalen Brunson, Cade Cunningham, and Anthony Edwards. So this is the first season we get to see Jaylen Brown being in his bag, just having the breathing room to kind of do him, and it's working out real well. Even in the second matchup against the Clippers, he guarded Kawhi the whole time and still dropped 50. But we're going to get into it because this is definitely multi-layered. And just to add a little backdrop, Jaylen Brown was giving us warnings that he was going to have a breakout season when he sat down with Kyrie Irving during his live stream.
I'm biased though. It's whatever.
I feel like people haven't seen me at my best because
Talk your shit, Jaylen Brown.
we have a loaded roster. So sometimes you got to do what needs to be done as a team.
Hey, let's not forget Jaylen Brown, when he was first on the Celtics, he was coming off the bench and they had Gordon Hayward, Terry Rozier, Kyrie Irving. There was a lot going on with that team. Brad Stevens had a lot of personalities to manage. But sticking to this current season, before it even started, in my NBA hierarchy video, I had mentioned the talent gap between Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown is a lot closer versus the talent gap of Jason Tatum sitting in the same tier as Jokic, SGA, Giannis, and Luka. I'll link that video in the description below, as I will be doing an update to that during the All-Star break. But that initial assessment was spot on, and we're seeing it play out this season. And now let's take a look at what Jaylen Brown had to say about getting snubbed with the Eastern Conference Player of the Month. And why not, Jaylen? Talk your shit.
Yeah, honestly, I'm not going to say too much, but I'm going to be honest. Like, no disrespect, no diss to none of those guys, Shea or Brunson. Neither one of them had a better month than I had. But it's all good. Those are great players.
I love the fact that Jaylen is talking with his chest out because they will not give him his props. He can talk like this. He's been through the gauntlet in the playoffs for years, losing in the conference as well as the NBA Finals before they were able to have their triumphant moment. So he does have the gravitas to speak like this. Don't get it fucked up. There's a lot of naysayers throughout the media that's trying to create this gap between Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. Yes, Jason Tatum is the leader of this team, but the talent gap between the two is not that far apart. It's just Jason Tatum's skill set fits more to lead this team. His playmaking is much better. That's where Jaylen Brown has to improve on. And that's really one of the things we've seen in Game 5 last year in that playoff series against the Knicks. He did a good job, cut down on the turnovers, but then in Game 6, he kind of fell right back into that rut.
But my whole thing is like, what's the rubric? What's the criteria behind? What's the rubric? Like, I don't even know what the right word is.
What's the syllabus?
What's the syllabus? Like, ain't no syllabus for this. Why do they select this? Like, they just be somebody in the back just picking their favorites to, like, you know, who's signed to, like, what's the rubric? Ain't no rubric. Nobody. I've been selling this to the NBA PA Players Association, and obviously this is controversial, and people just tell me maybe if you keep your mouth closed, maybe you'll win some awards. That's the exact.
Hey, Jaylen, keeping it a buck. You heard what he said before? Who's this guy signed to? Jaylen really on camera talking like it's just me and you.
Exactly why I'm gonna keep talking. Because what me having my mouth closed or open pause has anything to do with awards. But what's the syllabus? What's the rubric? We just kind of like just being told like who's this and who's that, but you know, it's a lot of confusion. I think somebody else should be overseeing this process. I've been saying it for a few years now, but obviously it's gone on deaf ears. You know, I guess the NBA has full autonomy on how they choose and who they choose and what they choose.
And Nike, in a way, has say so also. Let's not get it twisted. We're keeping it honest here. That whole Olympic run with Joel Embiid being on the team, the politics around that, Jason Tatum being there, Nike had a huge say so when it comes to the overall Olympics. Because they spent the most money, there is a rule that there is a power that comes with it as far as brand visibility. It's crazy how the Olympics tied the two. And when it comes to some of the top players in the league with their sponsorship deals, the period where they really cash in on those contracts is during the Olympics.
And, and that's how it's always been.
How you win 2 out of 4 player of the week? Top player of the week.
I just would like to see the union. I would like to see some type of government or something that goes on awards and all this type of stuff, because it would probably clear up a lot of the confusion and stuff like that. But hey, that's just my thoughts. My thoughts do not make me correct or right. I want to say that. But those 2 dudes, neither one of them had a better month than I had this month. I'm just saying respectfully.
And Jaylen Brown is 100% correct. Not only he's averaged more points than those players, he's also one of the best defenders in the league right now. It's really neck and neck between him and Wemby at this moment for holding opponents to their lowest field goal percentages.
Neither one of them had a better month than I had this month. I'm just saying respectfully. At the end of the day, it's just a regular season award. But, I just feel like that would have been my first one. I feel like I deserved it. But it's all good. We just gonna keep working. That's why we're here. Like, why I gotta keep my mouth shut to win certain awards? Now, we're gonna talk about it. Because in reality, obviously it'll be nice, it'll be refreshing, because I feel like I'm better than a lot of these dudes. Hey, it's 2026, we in a new year, it's year of the horse. Don't let nobody silence you. Don't let nobody tell you you need to be quiet because you'll have a better chance of this and that. Your voice is worth more than anything. My voice is worth more than the player of the month. My voice is worth more than anything. So I'm not saying nothing negative. I'm not saying nothing. It might go against the political, indoctrinated, matriarchal, whatever. But I'm not saying nothing negative. I promote positivity in my community. I give back. So people that got a problem with me, I don't get it, but it's all good. Like, they want me to be quiet and just go with the yellow brick road, and follow the yellow brick road and be controlled and do what everybody else is, fall in line.
That's how most corporations work, Jaylen. They don't want you to have a standard. They don't want you to have a backbone. You got to be more like your teammate, Jason Tatum. He's always looking like he's scared to say anything.
If I had a certain agent, if I was signed to a certain agency, if I was signed to a certain sneaker brand, if I was signed to a certain thing, I probably would have won Player of the Month, not gonna lie.
Damn, my man Jaylen completely takes the hat off. Fuck it. This right here is a brand new thing that the NBA has to deal with. These guys can go live at any moment with some of the most popular streamers and just kind of give it up. I mean, look at Kyrie Irving. He's constantly looking at his phone anytime he goes live because his agent is trying to stop him from revealing too much.
But hey, they gonna think I'm trolling. I am trolling a little bit. It's really not that deep, but it is. It low-key is, though, at the same time.
Oh, it is definitely that deep. As Stephen A. Smith had told Jaylen Brown in their sit down. I also linked that video in the description below. Behind the scenes, Stephen A. Smith was told Jaylen Brown was sort of shadow banned in a way. And Stephen A. Smith low-key admires him because he revealed a lot of truths in that sit down, with a lot of the former athletes not being happy about their royalty rates with these sneaker deals. And with the Boston Celtics, we all really gotta wonder, would they have blown up this team the way they did this season had Jaylen Brown been the one with the Achilles injury and not Jason Tatum? It's a question a lot of us should be asking ourselves, because the grace that's really given to Tatum is way different than Jaylen Brown. And let's not forget, Jaylen Brown was the one in that 2024 finals run just after the All-Star break. He was killing it. And in the finals, he was the one that was guarding Luka and making a lot of clutch plays, especially in that Game 3, coming up with the winning bucket. But when it comes to the Celtics star duo, the media always loves to try to pin one against each other. And a few of these media members are starting to come around with the idea that the talent gap between Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown is a lot closer than we think. Rich Paul and Max Kellerman has sat down and they briefly touched on it. You guys check it out, and every once in a while, I'll check in.
It's a tough one. I can't believe I'm saying it. I'll take Jaylen Brown. And the reason I'll take Jaylen Brown is I've seen too many playoff games from Tatum where I didn't feel like he was still the Jason Tatum that I'm used to seeing.
You got to be out your mind.
He has had too many of those games.
I'll take either one.
I'm taking Jaylen Brown.
And by the way, give me both of them.
Tatum's, of course. Listen, they already have a championship together. I get it.
What are you really saying, Rich Paul? Give me both of them. What are you really saying? Because to a few of us, the talent level is looking very, very close. And I know a decent portion of the Boston Celtics fan base wants the rest of the NBA audience to put Jason Tatum in the same sphere as SGA, Luka, Giannis, Jokic. But the eye test is telling us that Tatum and Jaylen Brown, they're a lot closer than what we think. You don't have to say one is better than the other, but them two as a duo is pretty deadly. And if we're fortunate enough to get an NBA Finals with OKC, the duo of SGA and J-Dub versus Tatum and Brown, we're going to be in for some good basketball, I'll tell you that.
And they're still in their 20s. I get it.
Don't be distracted by who wins final MVP. Don't do any of that. Hey, man, come in here.
In the comments, Tatum or Brown, who do you have number one?
Yeah, in the comments. Great, let them do that. If it's me, some nights it's going to be me, some nights it's going to be you, but at the end, it's going to be us holding up that trophy. Either you're going to have the Finals MVP and I'm going to be holding up the championship trophy, or I'm going to be holding up the Finals MVP and you're going to be holding up the trophy, the championship trophy. But guess what? We're going to be seeing a banner go up and we're going to be wearing another piece of jewelry. Is all I would be thinking about.
Hey, Rich Paul doesn't realize subconsciously he's really saying their talent levels are a lot closer than what we think. And we should all be happy for Jaylen Brown. It's been a long time coming for him. He deserves his flowers. I mean, once again, he's had a lot of 1v1 duels this season against other star players. James Harden, Ant-Man, Cade Cunningham, Jalen Brunson at the Garden. And shit, dropping 50 on Kawhi while guarding him the whole game. That's one of the good things about today's media landscape, the fact that the players could come to his defense. But check out Lemon Pepper, aka Lou Williams right here, allude to some of the things that's going on behind the scenes when it comes to Jaylen Brown.
Let me just use this opportunity to say what I just said. Nobody was better than Jaylen Brown in the Eastern Conference this past month than he was. Nobody. I know he's having a silent war with the NBA behind closed doors with some of their ideas not matching up. But nobody played better basketball than him. So if you're asking me if he's going to put himself in a position to go get another championship to go with the one that he has, absolutely, I'm going over.
And it wouldn't shock me with the Celtics having enough playoff experience and being well coached for them to make a deep run this season. The Eastern Conference is still wide open, and the NBA media members will have a newfound respect for Jaylen Brown because those all NBA selections, he will definitely make that if he keeps going at this rate. So kudos to Jaylen, and yeah, talk your shit because at the end of the day, they will never give him his props, even after winning the Finals MVP and the Eastern Conference MVP. It's only so long they could keep him shadow banned because the media landscape is just completely different. There's a lot of players that will come to his aid. It goes to show you the kind of society that we're in now. Just because someone doesn't agree with you, they're going to invalidate all your accolades.